Honestly, no. Coach Sweeney always talks about how it's an amazing opportunity, and that's how I see it, is to be able to go back to Georgia, be able to have the opportunity to play the preseason #1 team. It's just a great opportunity, and, it's just a dream I've had since I was a little kid to just be able to perform on a stage like this.
For you personally, how big of an opportunity is it, as a running back going against this defense that's been so good for so long, this defensive line? Last time you met when you were a freshman in Charlotte, neither offense scored a touchdown. Do you feel like you can make a statement in this game?
Yeah, I definitely hoping to, but they have had such a great defense these past couple years, so it's definitely a great opportunity for not only me but the team to see where our hard work has paid off in the offseason, and also I didn't get to play my freshman year, so I'm just excited for the opportunity in general, honestly.
Coach Sweeney mentioned that you've been game ready since June. I guess for you, how's that? I guess them keeping you healthy, balanced throughout the offseason kind of is helping you now entering week 1.
When it was time to go, I would go, but they did a great job in, giving me my rest and recovery. But, still got to practice hard. I still make sure I keep that mindset every day off the practice field, on the practice field, just making sure I'm sharp, taking mental reps when I'm not going, just things of that nature to still become a better player.
Coach Spiller told me going into camp that he kind of likened your journey as a player to his own, because he split carries with James Davis his first 3 years, and then he was the alpha as a senior. A lot of people think he should have won the Heisman that year, had a great season. Has he talked about that with you, that dynamic of being the alpha in the running back room?
He just talked about, it just starts with me, the leadership, and if I don't do it, others won't do it. So I got to set the tempo. Whenever we're in practice in the meeting room, everyone's looking to me and what I'm doing. So I got to just make sure I'm doing the right things and staying focused. So that's just become part of my routine, just being a professional, trying to be a professional, trying to learn that. And I really feel like it's spread onto my segment and, help them to learn how to be successful at this level.
What's your impression of the running back room behind you guys like Jay Haynes, Izzy, just how they've grown and just what are they sort of like information they soaked up from you?
They've grown a lot. One thing I just try to instill every day is just hard work, especially being running backs, just finishing our runs and making sure that we're doing game rep, having a game rep mentality in practice so that it's easy to transfer to the game. So just things like that, and in the weight room, just pushing them to work harder and to, go beyond where they think they can go. So I just try to instill belief in those guys, and they've been working so hard this summer, and I just can't wait to see what they do this season.
You're getting something like 36 carries in a game like you did against Notre Dame. Does it even register to you how much you're touching the ball? Do you feel tired at various points, or how do you kind of handle those massive workloads?
Honestly, I handle it by just being ready in practice, and honestly in the game I don't really think about how much times I'm getting the ball. Honestly, just thinking about winning, whatever it takes to win, and that's just my main priority, helping the team out any way I can. And when the other guys get in there, the other running backs, just helping them out, giving them anything they need in order to be successful.
Phil, you have such a tough running style. How much does it excite you getting ready for a game like this that the physicality is really going to be amped up?
I just want to see where, what I'm able to do, I've been playing this game since 3rd grade. It's always been a fun game, and I'm just excited to compete. That's one of my favorite things to do, go out there and compete. No matter who I'm facing, I'm always giving my all, and that's just what I'm excited to do, go out there with my teammates, worked hard this whole summer and the whole offseason to not only get ready for this game but for the season. So I'm just excited for this season and to just leave it all out there as a competitor.
Phil, obviously you're under a bigger spotlight this season, running out there first. A lot of people are gonna, see you maybe for the first time on Saturday as viewers. What do you hope the viewers take away from your performance on Saturday? What do you hope they learn about you?
I just hope they see someone that's willing to lay it on the line for their teammates, someone that works hard, someone that plays with an intensity that, is hard to match, and just someone who really cares about the game, cares about Clemson.
Obviously, last year, turnovers were a big problem, especially the catastrophic type of turnovers. A couple of those we saw on the mesh, on the RPOs. Do you feel like Cade's gotten to the point where his internal clock has improved, where he knows exactly how long he can or can't pull the ball out of the mesh?
I feel like as a quarterback, it takes development, and something like that is so mundane. Coach Sweeney was literally just talking to us about it yesterday. The little things can hurt you. It's not like giving up a big play or something, but like a ball snap, a little thing like that. So just making sure that we get the reps in and focus on what we're doing. And I have no doubt that Cade knows what he's doing at quarterback. And, just focusing on the little things, not only him but myself, and making sure that we take our practice reps to the game.
How much have you been able to see Will in the preseason with the Eagles, and how much are you guys still in touch, and is he giving kind of you any advice about heading into this senior year?
I've talked to him definitely, but the advice he's given me is just to, do me, do what I've always done, lead the guys out there, and just keep working hard, be who I am, and he's been doing great. I've been talking to him. He's loving it up there in Philly, and I know he's got more success to come for sure.
Phil, I know you guys practice a lot of the Tigers traditions, but what are some tips that you can give guys as far as when they run down the hill for the first time in a couple weeks, and things to remember, that they need to focus on to try to not create a catastrophe?
I'll say don't go down too fast, honestly, if it's your first time especially. Me, myself, personally, I trot down just because I'm scared I might fall or pull my hamstring or something, but my advice to guys would be, if it's your first time going down, take it slow the first time, and then once you keep doing it, you'll get used to it for sure.
And what does it feel like to be a part of such a unique tradition like that, and the whole stadium's going wild during it?
It's amazing, honestly. Just growing up, I never would have thought I'd be able to be a part of something like this, and it's really just special and something very dear to my heart, and I'm just blessed to be able to call myself a Tiger, be able to go down that hill. It's an opportunity that I'd never overlook. So.
You'll have a lot of friends and family in the stands. Were you and Barrett kind of at each other's throats to get extra tickets?
Oh yeah, we were definitely trying to get extra tickets, but yeah, a lot of fam coming out, brothers and sisters. So I'm excited to definitely see them after the game, and I know they'll be supporting me, praying for me.
I feel Coach brought up that since 2019, that was the last time that Clemson's had a home opener to start the season, so you've never had one. Do you wish you were starting at home, or do you like starting on the road in these tough environments?
Honestly, this year, I think it's perfect the way it is, to just be able to play game one in Atlanta. Just personally for me being from Atlanta, being able to play a great team like Georgia, who's had so much success, and see our capabilities, where our hard work will take us. It feels like it's a playoff game, so that kind of mentality is what's needed, and that's what you want, honestly, as a player. You want to go to the Natty, you want to go to a playoff game, so to be able to start with a game like this, it's what everyone dreams of, honestly.
Keith Adams Jr., I know he finished his high school career at Utah, but he told us that he started obviously in Georgia. It would have been, you two would have been the top rushers at Georgia. Did you remember him back in high school?
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember Keith, especially coming to camp, just talking to him and his dad. He was a tough player, and just to see the way he's developed over the years, maturing from a high schooler to becoming a man, it's just been awesome. That's one of my favorite things, honestly, about football, just to see the guys grow up and get older. It's awesome, honestly. So.
And I think Barrett Carter was telling us that what's different about him is that he literally wants to hurt the other person
Oh,
on
yeah.
defense. Like, how different is his mentality as a runner than once you've seen?
His mentality is just go, green light, go, and, he's going to make you pay. A lot of guys you're going to see it this season, a lot of guys aren't going to want to tackle him because of his intensity that he brings. So he's definitely a key to this offense and will help us out a lot.
Looks like we have a question for Phil virtually. Please identify your name, affiliation, and ask away.
Yeah, hey Phil, it's Chip Towers from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. For those of us that aren't quite as familiar with your recruitment, can you just go back a little bit? It didn't look like you had a ton of involvement with Georgia. Just did they recruit you, and kind of how did that go? And is there a special incentive, obviously, getting a chance to play against them since you didn't get a chance to get in that last game?
Being recruited. I did get recruited by Georgia early, but, I was always waiting on Clemson just because it was a place I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to be, and that was actually my last offer from Clemson. So I committed, on the spot. I was the first commitment of our class, so I take pride in that. And, I just knew it was a place I wanted to be. The philosophy Coach Sweeney had with his coaching and just the type of man he is, the type of leader he is. I knew me and my family, that's something we wanted to be a part of. And, it's one of the greatest decisions I've made in my life. So, I love this place.
Can you kind of speak for all these Georgia guys on the roster?
I would say for them, they definitely probably saw something in Clemson also. It's a special place, a place like no other. And I just know that it's beyond football. Personally for me, things like Paul journey are another big reason I chose to come to Clemson, because the development as a man is something I really found that I was really fond of, and my parents also, just developing holistically, being able to graduate, being the foundation of a program, and just being able to get closer to God. That's one of the biggest things I looked into before coming here, and I could tell you that from freshman year to now, I've definitely grown so much, and Clemson means so much to me because of that.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Phil from the room?
Phil, yesterday or last night, Coach said that you were going to be a captain for this game. What does that mean to you?
It's an amazing opportunity, honestly, and something, honestly, like if I could tell my middle school self that I'd be a captain at this game right now, I would not believe myself. Like I would not believe myself, and to be able to have that responsibility, something I don't take lightly. So I'm just preparing myself, making sure I'm prepared, especially this offseason. Just working, making sure I can be a great representative for this team and a great leader for, Clemson University and just everyone here.
You sit here and you talk to us. You look very calm, very mild-mannered. Did personality change, though, on the football field? I mean, we watch you sometimes run the football. It can be violent at times. How would you describe your running style?
I would say I'm just trying to win, honestly. I'll do anything, run past you, run over you, anything to just win. And, it's just I've been playing this game since third grade, so I guess, the switch just comes on whenever I get in between those lines. And I just love to compete, honestly, just loving to compete, love to see my teammates win, and that's just some of the reasons I love the game.
Take one more for Phil, if anybody has one.
You gotten any feedback on the video game, like people DMing you and saying like, "Hey, you're really good"?
Yeah, I have.
How often does that happen for like a starting running back? Thank you.
It's crazy just being able to be the first generation for this game. It's awesome. Especially my brother talks to me about it a lot. He plays it, and he just tells me about some moves that I could probably incorporate into my game. But I think it's awesome, and just being able to play with myself in the game, it's something I've always dreamed of. So